Hello. Is there anybody online? Because I'm feeling very bored now while waiting for the laundry to be done. I just had my shower and I'm doing my mask. I don't have anything that I can review on today because my shipment got delayed because of me lah. I didn't pick up a delivery phone call on Saturday because I was sleeping, and then therefore the shipment got delayed in the end, and that's why my Chroma Fusion palette, my Infinity range, eye cream, and my customers' products are still pending, and they are not here yet lah. I feel a bit bad because of me and my stupid sleep, Yeah, so I just had my shower and then now I have my mask on. As usual, this is my SOP. Okay, guys, if you want to take care of your skin, please mask every night. Don't be lazy. And I'm just bored lah, trying to find people to talk to me lah. I'm pathetic so that to the extent that I have to go live on FB, to find people to talk to me. And my husband is taking a nap while the kids are asleep. Because usually he's the one that puts the kids to bed lah. I know what you are gonna say, that he's a perfect husband and blah blah blah. I don't deny any of that he's a good husband and he's a good father, but I wouldn't say that whatever he's doing is helping me per se, because we are not helping each other. We are running this household together like partners, and we each do our part lah, and so that at least I get some me time at night, and just now in the shower I was thinking, wow, if I want to go live and I want to find somebody to chit chat with me, what should I be talking about? Because I may seem like a very frivolous person who only cares about vanity and shit, but actually no. Okay, I can have quite a lot of ink also one. INK ink more straight, okay? In case you guys don't know. And it just while I was in the shower, it dawned upon me that last night I was having a conversation with a friend lah, whom I knew when I was in RCIA in church, and we initially were talking about skincare. Then after a while, we started talking about mental related disorders and issues, because we both have experienced it, or rather I am still experiencing it, and we have people around us. Yeah, nothing wrong with about being frivolous lah, but then sometimes still must tell people you got some more one, so okay, anyway, so we were talking about this mental disorder thing and the stigma surrounding this whole thing. Okay, I'm trying to see like how many minutes I'm into this video, then it's time to take out this mask. At least you all don't need to see this squealing, and so we were talking about how, like, yes, I'm talking serious, Veron. Yes, I am. You see the seriousness in my eyes. And so we were saying that being a so-called first world nation and shit, and yet we are still so far behind in terms of when it comes to stuff like this, like mental illness, depression, anxiety, panic attacks disorders, autism, bipolar disorders, whatever you name it, they have it, and we tend to, those people. I really really hate it when people just generalize and then call people 笑. You 笑 ah? You 笑 ah? Snap out of it lah, come on, you 笑 ah. How would you like it if I call you 笑 all day long? Right or not? So I have been on medication for many years, and I've tried so many different kinds of medicine, and just to have a very quick look, okay, I have to cover my name. I take this every night. Okay, this is dotaibin HCl, and it's like uh the dosage of this, right? Okay, this is a very old tricyclic antidepressant, so it's an older type of medication lah, not the newer gen one. But after trial and error with so many different types of medicine, right, still this one works better for me at night because it does make me feel a little bit more sleepy than I usually would be lah. So with regards to this particular one, right, I have been on a dose that was very high before, and then been on a very low dose before also, and then they went high, low, high, low, high, low, like forever, you know. And because when I was trying for our first kid, I had to get off this medicine because this wasn't baby friendly lah, basically. So it caused me a lot of prenatal and postnatal blues after that because I was nursing lah. So after we had the second one, I decided, fuck it lah, I'm just gonna go back to this because if this is what works for me, I'm just gonna stick to it. Okay, and I and also I'm also on this. I'm also on diazepam. Diazepam is also more commonly known as Valium, and Valium is also a sedative, an antidepressant, and it helps with panic disorders, anxiety attacks, and all that. Okay, I'm not sharing this to show off like, oh, this girl has depression and is taking out an array of medicines. I'm just trying to say it's okay, it's normal, okay, to be sick. I think it's time for me to take off my mask first, okay? Because it's been quite a while. Let me clean up. Okay. Let me drink my Lohan Ko because as you can see, my cough is so much better after spamming a lot of Ling Yang and Lohan Ko. So anyway, back to the topic. So diazepam, right? Diazepam helps with anxiety disorders and panic attacks, and it actually helps with there are many usage lah, usage for. Oh, Moon is watching. Hi. You know why I'm doing this video? 因为没有人陪我讲话 because you fly my aeroplane in sun last minute don't want to leave with me, you see. So I have to 自言自语 now, and then it also helps children who have like seizures and stuff like that. No, this will help lah, but medically, how does it actually help children with seizures? I am not too sure. I'm not a doctor or a pharmacist, so I can't give you advice on that. And so I'm also on atarax, okay, which is also otherwise known as hydroxyzine, and hydroxyzine, right, is actually an antihistamine similar to cetirizine. Cetirizine is also commonly known as Zyrtec, in case you all don't know. So this hydroxyzine is supposed to help me sleep better, but that is not really helping much lah, really, seriously. I think the only way to make me sleep better is to knock me out with a baseball bat, knock me out cold, or I just get like freaking drunk and then just pay on the floor. That's how I'll probably fall asleep. So even with because this hydroxyzine, right, my parents do take it for, they will prescribe this for like itch and stuff and allergies, and half a tablet knocks them out cold, you know. But I can take 4 tablets and I'm still awake AF, okay, awake AF. So it really depends on body lah. Maybe because I also have a autoimmune disorder, so whatever, because my own antibodies are attacking my own body, so it tends to like suck away whatever nutrients or medicines that ingesting, even antibiotics. So I have to go pretty high on dosage on any kind of medicine in general. And before I was placed on hydroxyzine before, and before hydroxyzine it was mirtazapine and quetiapine. They were more like antipsychotic medicines. Okay, I know the word psychotic sounds very psychotic. Okay, but I would advise you guys to Google the actual definition of psychosis and being on a psychotic drug, because it is not it's when you say the word psychotic, right, you're just really like treading on the surface area of the whole, the very surface part of the whole thing itself. You're not like going deeper inside. People with psychosis issues are not the cycles that we see in those very dramatized dramas, 拿刀乱砍人 that kind. It's a lot more hard to bear and painful than you all can imagine. Okay, and I was also talking to my friend about the because she's a special education teacher, so dealing with autistic kids as well. So we talked quite a bit last night, and so we were saying how it's sad that being a so-called first world country, the stigma surrounding mental illness is still so thick. We're still so thick in the fog of it, and people are just in denial. And there are a lot of people who don't want to seek treatment for fear of being judged, for fear of being perceived as 笑. Okay, seeking treatment doesn't mean you're 笑. You cough, you don't need to see doctor. You have flu, you also see doctor. When you have a cold, you also see doctor. Sometimes your ear got infection, you also see doctor. Nose block, you also see doctor. So your brain has hormonal imbalance issues. Why cannot see doctor? Just see a freaking doctor. And whoever wants to judge you, tell them up their a-holes. Like, how come y'all 生病可以看医生，我生病不可以看医生？ What's wrong with me seeking help when I need help? And how come it's okay for you to seek help when you have a cough, and it is wrong for me to seek help when my brain is malfunctioning? That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so just now that 3 medication, right, I take it at night. I had to stop mirtazapine and quetiapine because they made me put on a lot of weight. Okay, and I really, really freaking hate it when people tell me that, oh, you put on so much weight. Okay, I credit it to my bad eating habits lah. That one I admit. But another main reason why I put on weight is because of my hypothyroiditis, and it slows down my metabolism by a lot. And also because of previously I was taking mirtazapine and quetiapine, and the side effects of those medication is weight gain. So I bloated out low. So that's where you get this double chin from. And I don't like it lah. I mean, which 小杂包 likes their own double chin, right? But I just gotta deal with it. I mean, live with the double chin lor. What to do? I rather I can function, take care of the household, take care of the kids, be a good mother, be a good wife, than to bother about this freaking double chin because of the side effects of my medication. And every morning, what I take, I really take a buffet of medicine. Every morning I have to take fluoxetine. Okay, otherwise also commonly known as Prozac. So after trying so many different medicine, right, I feel that Prozac really helped me a lot with my mood management and my anger management issues. And I blow up a lot less often now. Like I hardly even yell at my kids nowadays because I can think better. My mind is clearer, and I feel that have a wee bit more energy than if I'm not on this medication. So if you all want to know what Prozac really entails, please Google it. Okay, just PROZAC. You can find out what is it about. And my dosage has dropped lah, thank God. So previously I was on 2 capsules, which is about 40 mg, and now I'm on 1 capsule every morning, which is 20 mg. And there are many insurance, right, which I cannot buy. The underwriters wouldn't take because of all these medicines. And what to do, right or not? And I need to have a clearance of 2 years with myself off medicine before I can even attempt to uh, apply for any kind of uh, what do you call that, bigger package and insurances like critical illness and stuff like that. I don't have critical illness insurance. I only have hospitalization, accident insurance, uh and it's not my choice lah. If I had a choice, you think I want to be sick man? And I think family support is very important for people who are suffering from mental issues and mental disorders, because sometimes the patient himself herself may be in denial. Sometimes the family members are in denial, and either way is not good lah. So the older generation is it's a little bit harder for them to accept that this is just another illness. It's normal, it's okay, it's fine. But we cannot, especially the gen above ours, you know, the baby boomers era gen. It's very hard to convince them that this is real, you know. It is not all made up in my mind, or self-imagine, or that I can snap out of it just like that. I wish I could. I wish I can go to bed, hit the bed, and then sleep immediately. I wish I can wake up energetic. I wish I can feel that there is meaning to life on days when life just seems a bit hard to carry on. Okay, and as Zabos, right, when I have my PMS, around 1 week before my period actually comes, right, that's when my depression is clinically diagnosed by my doctor as a major depressive disorder lah. So during my PMS period, which is about a week before my period actually says hi, is when my depression will start to kick in, and when I start to feel it, and I'll be very moody lor. I just like chuck down a few Kit Kats just now because I really badly needed chocolate despite having a sore throat. And the Kit Kat did help. It did make me feel a little bit better. So I just want people to know. I want to create some kind of awareness. Okay, other than the skincare thing that I'm doing, right? Other than, there's so many things that I want to do, but I only have 2 hands, and 我只是一个人, and there's a limit to how much I can do. So, and my dream is really, one of my dreams lah, is really to create awareness and break the stigma of mental issues and mental disorders, because it's like you don't tell somebody with cancer to just snap off your cancer lah, you'll be okay one lah, don't think about it lah, the cancer will go away one. You don't tell a cancer patient that, right? Then why do you tell a person who is depressed that, snap out of it lah, you think too much lah, you don't worry so much lah? You think I don't want ah? I wish I can also what. We are all wired differently, okay? Our brains are all made up differently. Our chromosomes, our genetics, everything is different. And we we are all born the same yet different, and that is a fact that I think many people have to acknowledge and accept, because we don't want to have people going around telling people you're 小 lor. Like that day I was talking to my husband about like we have to watch our girls when they are slightly older, for any signs of all these like mental issues and all that, and um, tackle it ASAP if we notice something is wrong. But at the same time, perhaps by the grace of God, our daughters won't have to go through this thing, because I am really a little bit afraid that it might be genetics or hereditary. So, because of me, my girls may get it. So, by the grace of God, if they are fine, I also want to educate my girls to make sure they know that it is not nice to call people 小. Okay, you can call yourself 小 in a joking manner, but you don't go around telling a depressed person that you're 小. Okay, it's not nice. So I hope that I can educate my girls in that way also, that when they're in school next time they can be more empathetic. Okay, but there's a difference. There's a very fine line between being sympathetic and empathetic. So I think I personally feel being sympathetic is bullshit. Okay, you're just being fake as fuck. You have to learn empathy first. If you can't be empathetic and you just blindly be sympathetic, right? Just because, okay, just because I want to be a nice person, just because I want to show concern for that moment. Then after I say bye bye to this friend, 他回他的家，我回我的家，就不外来急了 that kind of thing. That is just being sympathetic, okay, and that's BS, because you are not actually really caring. You think you are caring, you are not. Okay, you are just 你只是在自我安慰 that you're caring for somebody, but you are really not. You When you really want to care for a person, right, your tone of voice, the words you say, the actions you show can tell already. You don't have to, you don't even need to say a lot. And then yesterday I was reading this article on Channel News Asia about the amount of teens who are very suicidal nowadays, and the number is quite distraughting lah. And uh, a few volunteers from Samaritans of Singapore SOS were interviewed, and they were saying that it's heartbreaking for them to pick up calls of youths who call in. They usually age between 20 plus to like early 30s, or like maybe 18 lah, 18 onwards. Those who engage in self-harm and whatever other things, you know. So and this is another confession, you know, I have personally made calls to SOS uh, quite a few times when I was in my 20s. Late in the night, I would be I was still living with my parents back then lah. So I would be feeling very depressed, and I would be sitting in the common toilet in the dark, crying and cutting myself, self-harm lah. So, and really contemplating whether I should just die. And it's not a good feeling, and you feel really alone, and sometimes you don't want to talk to friends about this because you worry that the way they look at you would change lor. Especially when you're in that age, you know that the prefrontal cortex, right, that we all have, which is this part of the head here, only gets fully developed at around age 24, 25. So at any age before 24 and 25, you are still very impulsive, and you will find it harder to control your emotions lah. That's why it's not say the older you get, the wiser you are. but there is a bit of scientific evidence behind this development of the prefrontal cortex. So I was around that age then, and obviously my prefrontal cortex 拍了, plus it wasn't fully developed yet, and so many nights I contemplated death. And only now, 36 going on to 37, then I realized that living takes a lot more courage than dying. But when you're in that moment in your 20s with nobody to turn to and worrying about whether your friends will be judging you if you ever confide in them with regards to these kind of matters, you don't really think so far, and you just the impulse will just take over you and you will just want to go and die lor. So many times I had to call SOS, to the extent that I have already remembered the number by heart until today. The volunteers on the phone always sound so nice, so kind, and I'm eternally grateful to them for pulling me back so many times from the Grim Reaper, because I was almost there already. So they listen without judgment, they don't question. So if you need help, need a listening ear, please call SOS. The volunteers work 24 hours. Okay, I want to say thank you to all the volunteers of SOS. If not for you guys, maybe more young lives would have been taken than what has already been taken lah. So I called them, I think got 5-6 times. The phone number is 1-800-221-4444 1800 221444. Okay, so if you ever need a listening ear and you feel that you don't want to tell your friends, you don't want to tell your parents, you don't want to tell your relatives, your cousins, your aunties, your uncles, your whoever, call SOS. Get somebody to listen to you, to hear you out, and it may change things, may turn things around. At least for my case it did. And I feel that if it weren't for the volunteers from SOS, I wouldn't have met so many of the friends that I've met up to date now, or even be where I am now, or even have become a mother, have children and stuff like that. It's hard for me to understand why some people are in denial, and it's hard for me to understand why they can't face up to their own issues, because I am not that kind lah. I am the kind that I 有病就要医 lor. So I actively seek help for it, and that's also the one pushing factor why I took up counseling courses, because I want to help other people as well, and learn more about myself and help myself. And I think the stigma really has to go. If the stigma stays, right, 哎呀，很惨的嘞。When I watch the Please Stay movement videos about the kids that died, that passed away before their time, the youngest was 11, it really broke my heart, because 11 I was in P5 in 11 when I was 11, and I've never thought about dying lah at that time, at least not yet lah at that time. So we all should be more empathetic lor, and just treat all these mental issues and mental disorders like any other illness, like a flu, like a cold, like a cough, like a sore throat, like a fever. You take medicine to feel better. And when you are able to face up to your own issues, right, your healing also takes place faster than being in denial, because being in denial, right, is is uh is freaking poison. You know, being in denial is freaking poison for somebody who is suffering from mental disorders and mental issues. And don't be in denial. Hi Kyla, hi Kyla. And Kyla, I'm talking about depression and mental issues and disorders and the stigma surrounding it now. Kyla is my friend whom I've never met in real life, lives in the States, right? And we knew each other from mummy's group when I was pregnant with Jan. So I'm really happy that I got a lot of support from that mummy's group, because serial one the local mummy groups in Singapore cannot make it. Okay, they are so freaking judgmental. Okay, they are so judgmental, and then the advice they give is shit. And yet people are so into it leh. I don't understand why. So when I was I would rather confide in my mummy friends from overseas when I was struggling really badly postnatal after I had my first child. And nowadays I'm going to be very very honest here. When I'm still in some of the local Singapore mummy groups, but I just scroll past and read, and then I do this. I mean, hey, your child is having a 39 over degree fever and you're posting on Facebook asking what should I do. Boom. What should you do? Freaking give the child medicine and go to the hospital, not post on Facebook. That's what you should be doing, right or not? So I feel that I'm dealing with stupid people when I talk to all these people, or rather when I see all these kind of posts on the Singapore mommy groups, like, why are you asking this kind of stupid question? Like, wow, this baby can have a whole face full of like really, really, really bad rash with pus oozing out of the face. They post on Facebook, no, and then they ask, hi mummies, what should I do about this? My little one is having this on the face. Is there any remedies for it? Hey, you think mummy group what? Physician association ah? No leh, it's just a bunch of moms. Some new, some old, some with many kids, some with lesser kids. That's all. But if a child is sick, you bring him to the doctor, you bring her to the doctor, okay, or to the hospital. You don't go and like ask, oh, the poop looks like that now. Is it normal? Obviously you already feel it's not normal, that's why you're asking on Facebook, right? Then go and see the doctor, right? Then you ask on Facebook for what? Yes, Kyla, yeah, we all actually, a lot of us deal with depression and anxiety, but not many people face up to it and admit uh that they do. You know, we are probably the few that who do, and people think that we're being dramatic, like drama mamas, and trying too hard to stand out of the crowd and tell people that, hey, look, I have depression, I'm so special, I'm a snowflake. But no, that's not the reason why we are sharing, and that's not the reason why we are not in denial. We just want to be healed and cured like everybody else who is sick. Simple as that. And I really appreciate my Bum April Mummies group very much, which most of them are not from Singapore lah. I think I'm the only Singapore chick in that group. The rest are Canada, UK, and US. So, and every time when I see the other, like in comparison, when I see the posts from the Singapore mummies group, right, I'll be like rolling my eyes. Like I roll my eyes back, I see the grooves of my brain, and then it rolls back, and then I see the screen, and then I roll back, and then I see the grooves of my brain again. Singapore mummies group can't make it lah. You all please if when the kids are sick like really really freaking sick just go and see a doctor, go A&E. don't go and like snap a photo of this injury, this very bad injury, or snap a photo of this very bad rash, and then still come and ask, how ma? Oh, hi mummies, what should I do about this? Hi mummies, what should I do about that? What should I do about that? See doctor. Okay, that's the answer. See doctor. Because the most of the mummies in the mummies group are not doctors. Even if there are doctors in the mummies group, they are not supposed to share their opinions in Facebook groups. Okay, it's against their work guidelines. So just go and see a doctor when your kid is sick. Same like if you, and then there are also a few moms lah who the local ones. They say I think I have postpartum anxiety, postpartum depression, etc., etc. And then they ask, what should I do? What should you do? I don't know, like, are you seeking validation? I'm not trying to be judgy, but you should first and foremost face up to it yourself, and then after that go and see a doctor. You can start off with a GP. You go to the GP first, ask for a referral, and then they will refer you to a specialist from one of the hospitals, and then you can go in as a subsidized patient, and you pay lesser lah than a private patient, because the difference is really quite big, you know. When I initially went in as a private patient, my consultation alone is $96 minus the medication, and I was only a student back then. I really didn't know how to cope. So until much later, I've managed to find a way to convert myself to a subsidized patient. Now, even though I'm seeing an associate professor for my problem, right, my consultation charges is much lower. It's $20 per visit only, and I went from like monthly visits, it slowly became quarterly visits, and now I go back every once in 6 months for review with my psychiatrist. And I think I don't see any shame or blame in seeing a psychiatrist. People shun the words psychiatrist, psychologist, mental illness, schizophrenia, bipolar, personality disorder. Why? Why don't you feel the same when people say that I'm having a cough? Why you can show so much concern for somebody who's very sick and down with a cold, shivering with a fever at home, but you can't show the same concern for somebody who is having mental issues? I don't understand that. Can somebody tell me, explain to me why? I really would like to know. And yeah, trying to start my Spotify because it's very quiet in the background. Why is my Spotify not working? I paid money, okay, but it's not working. Okay, refuse to play my Bai Guang, my Bai Guang playlist. Maybe Spotify feel that I'm too young to listen to Bai Guang now. Okay, so never mind. F Spotify. Yeah, I can see that there are 3 viewers now, but I can't see who are the people watching now. I'm still waiting for the laundry to be done. When it's done, I will hear melody, and then I can go wake my husband up. I will for our dinner tonight we're having pizza because craving lor. PMS also can have craving one, you all don't know man. So craving was stuffed crust pizza. Hey Veron, you're still watching right? That day you didn't see the video that I posted when I was out at Hai Di Lao. I was wearing the earrings you gave me the year before for my birthday. Was super matchy with my top 10 show, you know. And yes, I'm gonna have pizza later, Veron. You tempted? I'm having a super supreme stuffed crust and the hot and spicy wings. Exactly, Kyla. Yeah, that's the reason that I share also, because I want to help break the stigma, but it's so hard. It's really very hard, and it's worse over here in Singapore because we are predominantly Asians here, and it's like a very taboo topic over here to talk about, to share about depression and anxiety and stuff like that. Which I don't know why lah. It's like it's a hush thing, as if you owe loan sharks money and that cannot tell other people. Don't understand. Yeah, if you have a very bad sore throat, please just spam this. Spam this and spam Linia. Moment time, then you'll be okay already. I don't know how many bottles all these long days I've gone through the past few days. I didn't have to see the doctor because I'm quite good with my medicines lah. Okay, my friends all call me the in-house pharmacist. I know what kind of medicines to take for what, for all these cold-related illnesses. Yes, Kyla, that's very unfortunate because Asians are like that. Okay, most Asians, especially the generation that is above ours, which is like my parents' generation and above, to them it is like something that shouldn't be talked about. It's like if you talk about it, right, people will judge you and people will look at you in a different light. Very sad. So I also know that my folks, my parents, they know that I have this problem. They know that I'm on medication and I go for my reviews, but I also know and I can tell that they are still in denial. So they try to not talk about it to me. And okay lor, if you don't want to talk about it with me, then I try my best to not bring it up when I'm having conversations with them, because at least I have my husband to share it with me lah, so it's not so bad. But I hope that if I have friends who feel that they have nobody to turn to and they want to talk to somebody, you can talk to me, I am willing to listen, you can drop me a PM and tell me, because it's not say I'm very eager to help other people or like I'm being like overzealous or something, but I just feel this pressing need to help people who are suffering from similar conditions as me, and it's a tough journey, it's a tough road to take. It really messes up your life if you don't manage it properly, and people who don't understand it, right, will think that you are just being unreasonable, or just write it off as a character flaw. And no, it's not a character flaw. Okay, having depression, having anxiety, having bipolar disorder, having schizophrenia is not a character flaw. Okay, I really want to say the F word so badly, like you don't, when somebody achoo, have cold, sneeze away, cough away, you say that they're having a character flaw, or you purposely want to sneeze one, you're having a character flaw. It sounds ridiculous, correct or not? Same lah. So just be more open-minded and more empathetic, and whichever religion you believe in, I believe that all religions teach good and they mean well. Okay, so for whatever sake, go and be more open-minded, and then be more into your own religion, the good part about of your religion, and tell yourself that you should be doing good for other people, you should be more empathetic, you should be kinder with your words and your actions, and you shouldn't be so judgmental. Okay, so I don't know what to say already, because I already introduced all the medicines that I'm taking, you know. I have to take all this medicine every fucking day, okay? But I say the F word out. Don't say very gankong because it's my pet phrase. It's like an adjective to me. It's not really an F word, it's just an adjective. So yeah, look at the amount of medication I have to take on a daily basis. And if I don't show it here, right, nobody will know, you know. Nobody will believe also. And every time I come back from a review from my psychiatrist, right, the 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 bag of medicine that I bring home with me, right, is huge. It's like, because once I will at one shot bring back 6 months worth of medication, and it's like you see like this bottle has 500 capsules inside. 500 capsules. And I have more than one bottle of this in my wardrobe because I have to take 3 capsules every night of this, 2 to 4 capsules of this every night, 2 to 4 capsules of this every night, 1 capsule every morning. Okay, and I am not supposed to abruptly stop any of this medication without my physician's advice, because the 后果会不堪设想. Okay, basically it means you will have to face the consequences yourself lah, if you want to suddenly stop medicine, because it's not advisable for patients who have been on this kind of medications long time to suddenly just stop on your own. The hormones and chemicals in your brain will and then again, you know. And for those of you who feel that you may have a problem, I hope and I pray that you will face up to it briefly one day and seek help. You can start off with a counselor. You don't necessarily have to start off with medication. You can start off with meditating. You can start off with listening to soothing music. When I'm really very stressed up, I actually like to play Tibetan bowls on Spotify. I know it's very weird because I'm Christian, I'm Catholic, but I really love the Tibetan bowls sound on radio. I'm not sure whether I can find it here now, but sure, because it's very calming and you can just listen to it. Oh, it's playing. I don't know whether I can hear it in the background. It's just Tibetan bowls. I actually contemplated to buy a physical Tibetan bowl and then turn it round and round myself when I feel like I need some cleansing of and of my spiritual health and the environment. So listening to Tibetan bowls really helps to calm me down quite a bit. So you can start with that. You can do meditation. Yes, Kyla, not all meds work for everyone. Some of the medicines that I was on previously didn't work for me either, and it had a backfiring effect, and so I actually tried and error with many different genres of the antidepressants before I settled on this. So not all works very well lah. So but if possible, if you can see your therapist or your doctor and get a better get second opinions and probably try some new medication to help, because I believe that medication is not entirely what helps with depression, but it does aid in making the healing progress faster lah. So but for me it's really a bit hard. I can't sleep at night, like legit can't sleep. My body can be very tired. I still cannot sleep, even with still dogs. Okay, go and Google still dogs. It's a sleeping pill. So pitiful. And I tell you, a normal person take half a pill of still dogs, you'll be knocked out cold like a fish. Okay, I can take 2 tablets of still dogs with red wine, and I'm still awake as fuck. So I have to partly attribute that to my autoimmune disorder lah. Because if not for my autoimmune issues, maybe things would have been better. My autoimmune disorder, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, right, also worsens my depression condition. So I really wish I didn't have all this, but since I am already having them, then I might as well just learn to live with it lor. And I just really hope lah y'all can be more well informed, be better informed about this kind of situations, and watch out for your friends and family members and your loved ones and your close ones around you. That it might save a life, really. Okay, it takes it's a very long journey to heal, but family and friends who support you will actually make the healing process faster. Because we are very afraid of being lonely. Hence, therefore, that's why I'm on Facebook doing a live video now. I'm all alone, my husband is asleep and all that. So we are very afraid of being lonely. But yet at the same time, we hate crowds. We don't like to be hanging out with a big crowd of people. Okay, nothing more than 5 people max. Anything more than 5 people is a no. Okay, it makes me very anxious, and I start to feel really mangzang, feel like crying, I feel like hiding, and then claustrophobia sort of shit just sets in. So I'm afraid of being lonely, but yet at the same time I'm afraid of big crowds. So contradicting, I know, but this is a very real thing for people who are suffering from this condition. So I realize I say a lot of souls because I'm a bit like stuttering now. I don't know how to like coherently piece my words together into a sentence. Do you all have any friends who you all think that might be sick, as in having mental conditions but are in denial? If you all have, right, reach out your hands and help. People like us, sometimes one hug, a very very good tight hug, is all it needs to save a person. Just about a month ago, I was really 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 very 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 depressed. Okay, I don't want to talk about what was the cause, not 不方便在这里讲. But so I got very drunk at home, and I got like drunk as a lot at home, and then my kids were asleep, my husband was asleep, and I fell down on my way to the washroom trying to vomit. So I threw up, and then I didn't eat my dinner, and then I just went to bed straight after that. I was feeling so lonely, and it has got nothing to do with my husband lah. I have to put a disclaimer there. It has got nothing to do with my husband, but it was something else. But it was about a person that was very close to my heart, and I have been this person's what do you call that, 无子山 for very long. Then it was finally like killing and suffocating me. Okay, bye bye Kyla. Yes, mine is always open too, and I'm also sending you love and light, and let's continue listening to the singing bowls. So for guys, right, you all will think that men are supposed to be very strong creatures. Hey, men do fall also one, okay, they also will feel depressed one. So your if your better half you notice something is off, try and pick up some vibes and show more concern. Or why is my laundry not done yet? I'm still waiting for my laundry to be done. Then I can eat my pizza. I just preheated my oven so that I can warm up my pizza. Okay, let's talk about something less serious and more frivolous. Veron, is there any frivolous thing you want to talk about now? Because you said there's nothing wrong being nothing wrong with being frivolous, right? As such frivolous people, we love makeup. We love to be hiao. You see, if I don't tell you all about all these things, you all wouldn't know that I actually have all this going on in the background. I seem like a very normal person on the surface, so I like to do my nails, I like to do my lashes, I take good care of my skin, and yes, I shampoo today. Okay, I wash my hair every alternate days because I'm so lazy to shampoo every day. And陪我讲话嘞 I'm very bored. Waiting for the laundry and waiting to eat my pizza and waiting to watch my drama and waiting to go to bed. It's a love-hate relationship when it comes to going to bed. But my body physically feels very tired. I really want to sleep. But then when I lie down, my eyes are wide open. I just can't sleep. And it really sucks because tired. Who would want to be able to sleep if they can, right or not? Nobody want to talk to me already. I'm so sad. But good news is tomorrow I have 3 pending shipments that are going to arrive. 2 of the 3 will arrive tomorrow, like finally, so I can show you all my new looks from Mary Kay. And let me do a plug before I go and do my skincare. According to Veron, my 1001 skincare steps. Please remember to go and like and share my page, Great Skin with Ed. Okay, do me a favor lah, please lah. You all don't like that lah. Okay, and sharing and liking my page. 不用花钱 doesn't cost you money. Just share it lah. Just like it lah. Irritating no. Oh yeah. Today I took out my mask already, right? I'll show you all my nose again. The legendary nose, which people keep asking me, did I go for plastic surgery? Hey. If I want to plastic surgery my nose, I'll do rhinoplasty. I would have made sure it was a better job done lah, please. Okay, I hate how my nostrils flare up like that. I look like a pig. Who would want to go and have their nose done and then I look like a pig? And then I have huge nostrils. Okay, though my husband says they are not that huge, but I find them very big. So stop asking me whether I did plastic surgery on my nose. No, I did not. Okay, if I did, my nostrils would be small and my nose bridge would have been even sharper than this. because I would have paid money for it and I would have expected a better job done. So okay, that's all for tonight. I'm gonna go and do my skincare. I can hear my washing machine spinning. That means it's probably going to be done soon. So I will go. No, June, you don't have a pig nose, June. I have a pig nose. It flares up like that. Okay. And then for some reason, right, people think that Chinese girls are supposed to have button flat noses. Okay, therefore that's why they think that I've had my nose done before because I'm a Chinese girl and then I don't have a flat button nose like Fan Wong. I wish I had a button nose. Then people will stop asking me whether I had rhinoplasty done. Fuck you. I don't. I also can do that without my fingers help. I just have to leave it on my face. Big nose already oh. Super big nose already. I also don't like my nose. !aiyo! If I can fix my nose, the first thing I'll fix is to make the nostrils smaller, man. Shrink the nostrils, make this tip even sharper. Okay, I don't know whether I will still look like what I look like now, but I wish I could like make it even sharper than what it is now. Like sharper, like maybe the nose tip is here and the nose bridge is like that. I don't know how they do rhinoplasties, but I wish it was even sharper. But just because I'm Chinese and then I don't have a round button nose, you all keep asking me whether I got do plastic surgery on my nose or not. Why are you all so stereotypical? Who say Chinese girls cannot have nose bridge one? I saw genetics one. I don't even my dad doesn't know where my grandfather came from. Okay, maybe his Tarzan's cousin or something. How I know, yeah, or Tarzan from the jungle. So okay, that's all for tonight. I'm going to go do my skincare and then wake my husband up to put up the laundry. He's supposed to do the laundry and then I'm gonna have my dinner. So good night everybody. I hope tonight's live chat has enlightened you all a little bit, just little bit of about mental issues. And please go and like the Depression Project's page, like the Please Stay Movement's page, and also like the Tapestry Project's page on Facebook. Okay, the Tapestry Project is a local based mental issues and disorders support group. So please go and like these 3 pages: the Tapestry Project, the Depression Project, and shit, I forgot which one was the other one that I mentioned. The Tapestry Project, the Depression Project, and I don't know, you all rewind the video and go listen to what did I say just now, because I totally can't remember now. Mom's brain fried. Okay, so good night everybody. From here, right, I can see there are few people watching. Okay, I don't know why you all like some like come in go out, come in go out. My face see already all the vomit, is it? 进来出去 Hi Nav. Yes, hugs Nav. I love you all. Okay, I love people in general, people who don't hurt people who help one another. We are the top of the food chain, okay, the human species. So come on, we can support one another and win this war and live our life to the fullest. And don't you feel that it's better, a life better lived when you are able to help others than to just step other people down and make yourself feel good that you're better off than somebody else? I really hate those people though. Those people who humble brag is fucking fucking asshole, humble brag. You don't want humble brag lah. You want brag, just go all out and brag. Just go all out and 好脸. Don't do this humble brag shit with me. I don't believe in it. Okay, when you're humble bragging, I can tell it immediately. So don't humble brag with me. So irritating. Okay, night girls, night guys, night everybody. Skincare time. To maintain this 36-year-old face, have to keep reiterating, because very sad leh. It's already like November, December is approaching, and fast going to be 37. I can't believe I'm going to be 37. I still like feel so childish sometimes leh. So okay, good night everyone. I gotta go, and I gotta go with my husband up to do the laundry. Okay, bye bye. How do I end the life? Okay, bye bye.